in accordance with Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. If you require a disability-related modification or accommodation to attend or participate in this meeting, including auxiliary aids or services, please call the City Clerk's office at 310-952-1720 at least 48 hours prior to the meeting. Public information. The public may address the members of the City Council on any matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council or on any items on the agenda of the City Council during the designated public comment periods. There will be 2 oral communications sessions, one for agendized items, comment about items on the agenda, and the other for non-agendized items, comments about items not on the agenda. The oral communication portion of the agenda is limited to a duration of 1 hour unless otherwise approved by the City Council. Comment time is normally 3 minutes, depending on the number of speakers. Public viewing available by live stream on the city's website. The meeting will be streamed live over the internet, www.carsonca.gov, or on YouTube, www.youtube.com/c/City of Carson, California, official YouTube page. Cable Spectrum Channel 35 and AT&T Channel 99. If you are unable to attend the meeting in person, public comments can be submitted before the meeting. Email. Public comments can be emailed to cityclerk@carsonca.gov. The cutoff time to submit any email communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications can be dropped off at the City Clerk's office at City Hall. The cutoff time to submit any written communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications dropped off at the City Clerk's office or any email received will not be read aloud at council meetings, but will be circulated to City Council and incorporated into the minutes. We're calling to order the City of Carson Housing Authority, Successor Agency, Public Finance Authority, and the City Council agenda. Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Rojas. Councilmember Deere.
Present.
Councilmember Hilton.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
Present.
Mayor Davis Holmes.
Present.
Thank you.
We'll have a flag salute by Councilman Hicks, please. Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
Please stand and face the flag. Ready, begin.
Thank you. Now we'll have an invocation by our pastor, John Schober, from Carson Hope Community Church. How are you, Pastor?
Fine, Mary Lou, how are you doing?
I'm great. Good seeing you.
I'm ready too. You guys ready?
Yes.
You know, I was just talking to a pastor over here, and he was talking about feeding little kids and being Superman to little kids, and it's so important. As I thought about this, as I was thinking about praying, is that the most important commodity that God has is people. And you're in charge of God's most important thing, people. And how precious it is to be able to be chosen by God to be in a position that He has entrusted you to take care of His most important commodity. And I know that people read a lot of scriptures, and the one I'm reading tonight will probably be familiar with everybody. But it's a great scripture because it goes along with what we have up there, in God we trust. It's found in Proverbs chapter 3, starting at verse 5, but most people finished early on this, and I want to read a little bit more and then pray for you. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be blessing to healing to your body and refreshment to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth and from the first of all your produce, so that your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. And Solomon is speaking this to his son, and he's saying, listen, if you do this, this is what's going to happen in your life. If you take care of God's business, the repercussions or the blessings that happens in your own life are multifold. And I like that when we trust God, it's healing to our own bones. And when we trust God with our finances, he fills our vats. And again, our most important commodity is his people. Let me pray. Father, I thank you that you have put these men and women in charge of your riches. They're called people. Father, we know it takes money to help people, but it takes a heart of kindness, a heart of generosity, and a heart that trusts in you fully for all the things that you've given them and entrusted them with to bless your children. Father, I pray that as they go through this night and make decisions about each item, that they would set their own understanding aside and acknowledge you and get your understanding, because you see the future as well as the present, Lord. And so, Father, give them this wisdom. And Father, we pray that as they acknowledge you and as they set everything else aside and say, Lord, this is your house, this is your place, this is you're whom we're going to follow, that you would continue to bless this city, that you would continue to bless this council with wisdom, that you would not only bless them on a citywide aspect, Lord God, but you would bless them in their personal life, Father, as they would seek to trust you with the decisions that they're making and as they're looking for your wisdom, Lord God. Father, would you bring healing to their bones tonight? Would you bring supplies in their vats to where they can bless your children? We praise you and we thank you for your goodness and your faithfulness in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I don't know about you, but I need healing in my bones. Don't you need healing in your bones?
Yes, we
God
do.
bless you guys. Have a great meeting
Thank
tonight.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Closed session items 2 through 4. Madam City Clerk, were there any requests to speak on those items?
No, Madam Mayor.
Madam City Attorney, could you report out?
The council will meet in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D2 or D3 and E1 because there is a significant exposure to litigation in 2 cases. The council will meet pursuant to the same code section, D1, to confer with legal counsel in the matter of Carson versus City of Carson. And lastly, the council will meet pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6 to confer with its labor negotiators regarding labor negotiations. Thank you.
Thank you. We should be back about 6 o'clock for this, so we're going to recess to closed session. We'll see you back about 6 o'clock. Thank you. Rules of decorum. No person attending a public meeting will engage in disorderly or boisterous conduct, including but not limited to applause, whistling, stamping of feet, booing, or making any loud, threatening, or profane, abusive, personal, or slanderous utterance that disturbs, disrupts, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. All remarks by members of the public shall be addressed to the mayor or the chair and not to any other member of the public or any single council, board, or commission member, unless in response to a question that the member. Signs, placards, banners, or other similar items shall not be permitted in the audience during a public meeting. All persons attending a public meeting shall obey any lawful order of the presiding officer to enforce the rules of decorum. Treat everyone courteously, listen to others respectfully, exercise self-control, give open-minded consideration to all viewpoints, focus on the issues and avoid personalizing debate, embrace respectful disagreement and dissent as democratic rights that are inherent components of an inclusive public process and tools for forging sound decisions.
We're going to reconvene the meeting. Having counsel to report out, please.
Did he say report? Oh, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The council met in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D2 or D3 and E1 because there's a significant exposure to litigation in two cases. In one matter, there's no reportable action. On the other matter, there was a settlement reached in a employment case. A copy of the settlement agreement will be available at the city clerk's office once it's finalized. The council met pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D1 to confer with legal counsel in the matter of Camp Carson versus City of Carson. The item was actually not taken up. And lastly, the council met pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6 to conduct labor negotiations, and no reportable action was taken.
Thank you.
Thank you, MPT. Now we have a report from our Captain Norman. Is she here?
No, ma'am, she is not, so we may
Okay.
need to wait.
We will if
She may be tied up, obviously,
Okay.
so.
Well, I'd like my colleagues to join me down front for proclamation recognizing June 23rd as International Olympics Day. Item number 7, we will not present that this evening, but we will do item number 6. Come on down, Vic. Tonight, I'm proud to present, right here. How are you?
I'm well.
You-
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for showing up. Stand right here. Tonight, I'm proud to present our special proclamation in recognition of International Olympic Day, which takes place on June 23rd each year. This global celebration promotes the Olympic values of excellence, friendship, and respect, values we hold dear in the city of Carson. As the first host city to sign on to the LA 28 Olympics, Carson, and Paralympic Games, the city of Carson is honored to be a part of this historic journey. Our commitment to the Games reflects our city's deep-rooted spirit of community and global unity. With that, I'm proud to recognize International Olympic Day in the city of Carson. And Vic is here representing LA 28. And we want to thank you for your partnership and for coming on board and helping us out. I'm going to ask our councilwoman to read this International Olympic Day proclamation.
Yes, thank you. And congratulations. Thank you. Good to see you again. Okay, International Olympic Day. Whereas International Olympic Day was established in 1948 to commemorate the founding of the International Olympic Committee on June 23rd, 1894, marking a global celebration of the Olympic movement that promotes sportsmanship, perseverance, and unity across borders. Whereas Olympic Day encourages individuals of all ages and abilities to participate in sports, embrace the Olympic values of excellence, friendship, respect, and recognize the power of athletics in fostering health and community. Whereas the city of Carson proudly celebrates history as a host city during the 1984 Summer Olympics, contributing to the success of one of the most memorable Olympic Games in history, showcasing athletic excellence and uniting spectators from around the world. Whereas Carson has further solidified its commitment to the Olympic movement by being the first city to sign onto the Olympic LA 28 Games. reinforcing its legacy as a premier destination for elite competition and international recognition. Whereas the City of Carson will continue to recognize International Olympic Day as an annual celebration, inspiring our residents to embody the Olympic spirit in all facets of life, whether in sports, education, professional pursuits, or community engagement. Whereas Carson stands as a jewel of the South Bay, shining locally and globally as we prepare to welcome the Olympians who will compete in the LA 28 Games, honoring their dedication and perseverance while rallying behind the athletes who will make history on our soil. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of the city of Carson, California, proudly proclaims June 23rd as International Olympic Day, encouraging all residents to participate in this celebration, support the Olympic athletes, and continue fostering a spirit of excellence, unity, and inspiration throughout our vibrant community. Thank you, and we are looking forward to all the festivities here in the city of Carson. So congratulations to you, congratulations to us and the city of Carson. LA 28 is coming.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to have a few words?
Sure. Thank you so much, Mayor, City Council members. It's an honor to be here tonight on behalf of LA 28. Really want to thank you for recognizing International Olympic Day. City of Carson is an important venue city to LA 28. I look forward to continuing to work with the city as we work together to welcome the world to Carson in 2028.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Which games are we going to be hosting?
Off the top of my head. So we've got rugby, we've got tennis, we've got cycling in the velodrome, and we've got archery. And that's soccer? No, soccer is soccer. No. Soccer is at the Rose Bowl, the finals. Yes.
That's 4.
Rugby's tougher.
Well, what am I missing, Michael? Am I missing something? Field hockey. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. Yeah. It's been a long week already.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
just want to thank Vic for coming out and to let our residents know that we are going to be showcased. And we are, I think the Olympic Planning Committee has approved the idea that when the games are here, it'll say in the city of Carson.
That's right.
Okay? So we will be recognized globally. It's not LA. It'll be LA Olympics in the city of Carson. That's very important, and I want to thank you for making that happen because that was one of my big requests. Thank you so much.
The Carson Sports Park.
That's right. That's absolutely. Thank you. Photo.
Yes. Yes. In Carson, right? Yes. Yeah. You'll have, off the top of my head, when I come back, when you guys recognize International Paralympic Day,
All right.
I'll have that list for you.
Be ready.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's go do a quick photo up here.
Okay, terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Great to see you.
You too.
Thank you so much, Council Member. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. Good seeing you.
That's it. It's your baby's.
Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus.
Non-agendized or agendized? Oh, well. She's gonna speak. Before we go into, Madam City Attorney, we received a number of emails regarding the incident and ICE being in our city. I would like, do we have the statement that I posted, what was sent out, Mr. City Manager?
Yes, ma'am. The statement that you provided, it is posted on the city's website. It's also has been listed through our social media. And so I thought they were pulling it up. I can look and find it, see if we can pull it up here. Is that what you wanted to have displayed?
Yes, I want to display it, or you can read it, because our residents, some of them had not seen the statement, and they wanted to know whether we were, but we did that several days ago. Yes, please. Our city clerk will read it. She has it.
A message from the mayor. The recent immigration enforcement actions in Los Angeles have caused fear, disruption, and heartbreak for many families. The city of Carson is built on diversity, resilience, and compassion. No family should live in fear, and no community should be torn apart. When we stand together and care for one another, we become stronger than ever. As a city, we remain steadfast in promoting and upholding the values that make Carson a community inclusive for all.
Thank you. And I know, Mr. City Manager, you put it out on all our social media. Okay, very good. Now, Madam City Attorney, there was letters saying, what are we gonna do to get ICE out of our city? And several emails have come in to that effect. They deserve to know where the Carson resident leaders stand in handling ICE, the ICE situation, and protecting the community.
So legally, there's nothing the city can or should do. As heartbreaking as the events are, the federal government has jurisdiction over immigration issues. Historically, the federal government has had jurisdiction over immigration issues. Even the state doesn't have any jurisdiction, let alone cities or local agencies. And President Trump's Executive Order 14159 has specifically said that any cities that can be interpreted to be violating, obstructing, or defying the enforcement of federal immigration laws will be prosecuted. They will have all their federal fundings cut, and they have a whole civil rights division dedicated to auditing cities. And it's a very, very unfortunate situation, but the city has no jurisdiction at all.
Thank you. So to all of our residents, I hope you receive the statement, but this interpretation of what the city is going to do, there's nothing that we can do but pray and know that we're united. So thank you. Oral communications for matters listed on this agenda, Madam City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We received one comment card for item 33 and item 34. And it's Doug. Really can't understand the handwriting. Mr. Doug.
Hi, Doug. Come on down.
Good evening, sir. You'll have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, City Council. My name's Doug Maupin. I'm a real estate developer, and I have two existing projects under review in the city of Carson on Carson Street. And I wanted to express my support for an ordinance that you have here tonight that I believe, if I understand it correctly, allows administrative approvals of certain subdivisions, development applications, and tentative track maps. And I just wanted to thank the city for their efforts in continuing responsible development. I'm a residential developer, and I have two projects on Carson Street in Jim Deere's area, 215 West Carson and 438 West Carson behind the, what is a bank? No, it's a, the credit union. So I just wanted to thank you all for your time and your service in the city, and tell you how happy I am to be in partnership with the city of Carson and get a chance to build housing here. So if there's something I can do for you guys, please let me know as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Madam Mayor, that concludes comment cards for agenda items. We have 5 cards for non-agenda items.
Okay. Okay. We'll allow those 5.
Okay. Stan Dixon. Good evening, Mr. Dixon. You have 3 minutes.
I'll use less than that. Thank you.
Go for it.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. My name is Stan Dixon, of course. Excuse me. I live in Sunny Cove in Centerview area. I live in Centerview area on Cassidy Street. Have a little small problem. I have this young man in our neighborhood who using our street as his private auto shop and a test track. He generally knows that if it's doing it during the daylight, he doesn't come out and do the street racing portion of checking his cars. So after 5 o'clock, he works on the cars during the midday area. At night, between 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning, sometime 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, he's testing these cars. They're basically high-end Mercedes, BMWs. What he's actually doing, he's basically doing some kind of modification. And what he's doing, it allows the car to backfire, get a high rate of speed, and then backfire. Well, this morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning, he's doing the same thing. Now, he kind of like tailed off a little bit, only because one of his little experimental cars ran into one of the neighbor's fence and knocked it down. And we have pictures of that. And this is probably maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 3 to 4 weeks ago. Now, back then, maybe last year, one of his cars went down in the city of Walnut, knocked one of our poles down and knocked our power out for the whole day. No one said it wasn't him, but I know it was him because I seen that same red car in his driveway in which they fixed. Now, he fixed the car that he ran to the wall 3 weeks ago, and he's doing basically the same thing. The neighbor kind of gave him choice words on what he did. So I'm just asking you, people have to work, have to get up, and they're not going to be able to sleep well when he's racing up and down the street 45 to 50 miles an hour. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know why no one else is complaining about it. See, I'm retired, so it doesn't affect me as much, but I think it's just disrespectful for what he's doing. Now, mommy and daddy's not saying nothing to him only because they're probably getting some money, so she won't say anything. She calls it, as she said to one neighbor, oh, the neighbor's just jealous of my son. No, it's called respect in the neighborhood, basically. If you're going to work on the cars, work on them, but you can't be sitting there disturbing people during the day. And that's my comment for this evening.
Could you do we have his address on the speaker card and a phone number?
We do.
Yes.
Okay. This is your councilman.
And I was going to say public safety is aware
Yes.
of this particular address. So I'll follow up with public safety and I'll follow back up with
Okay.
you, me or KW. We'll follow back up with you with a status of what's going on. But they are aware. I've reported this as
Okay.
well
Okay.
a number of times.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next is Richard Biss.
Richard.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Biss.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor Lula Davis Holmes, Mayor Pro Tem Cedric Hicks Sr., Council Member Joanne Hilton, Jim Deere, and Arlene Bacatilla Rojas, and City Attorney Sani Sultani and staff. I simply want to remind everyone that tobacco laws allow smoke shop to start these businesses. But the TRL, conditional use permit, CUP, and density cap laws dealing with smoke shop, dealing with tobacco retail, is not being enforced with the smoke shop. And we got a real problem in there because there are some areas of Carson where we have more than 5 smoke shops, and some of them are really close to elementary schools or school like the one close walking distance from Carson Elementary School, Carson Street. The last thing that I want to remind people is that these smoke shops are selling derived products from cannabis, hemp, and HHC drinkables and edibles. And these products are very dangerous to the youth. And some, the HHC can actually cause seizure to our youth. The HHC are sold by edibles. So the youth gets attracted to them. So it's simply, I just believe that the city of Carson can help regulate the smoke shops by connecting it back to tobacco-related laws. Right? That's why they're doing their business in the first place. But the problem is that we have a ban on cannabis shop, but these products are in the smoke shop. So that's the problem that we have when it comes to youth use and sometimes some of the smoke shops, they don't check IDs. So just letting everyone know and to remind everyone that really we can do something about it through the tobacco retail stuff.
That's 3 minutes, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Richard. You must have been reading our minds. Councilman Hilton and I were just meeting with staff to discuss the smoke shops, and they will be bringing us back a list because we hear you loud and clear, and we're on the same page. And we're going to get together a list of the smoke shops that are here, but we are addressing your concerns through the conditional use permits and also in our codes. Okay? So thank you so much for coming. Just had this meeting yesterday. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Maylila Davis. The shocking thing is how they're selling the cannabis, edibles, drinkables, hemp, and all this other stuff that really, if you think about it, is what marijuana stores are supposed to be selling.
Thank you very much for coming.
thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Our next speaker is Sang So. And I hope I'm saying that correctly. Good evening, Mr. So. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Council and Mayor Holmes. My name is Sang So. I am a local community organizer and community activist here in the city of Carson. We organize families and students across Carson from immigrant and refugee backgrounds who are in this current moment feeling anxious, scared, and unsure about their future. I myself was born in a refugee camp in Thailand. My parents escaped the genocide in Cambodia. And these are families that have existed here for generations and are looking for resources and ways that the city can support them to fight against these heinous ICE raids. I know you mentioned the statement and the update around what the city legally cannot do. I'm wondering perhaps if there are ways that we can provide resources or information to families and residents about ways in which they can protect themselves from these ICE raids. They're breaking families apart. They're taking kids from graduations. It's a situation that's heartbreaking, and also we're doing our best to hold things together for our families and students. But we would love for some coordination or cooperation or connection to the city to support the work that we're doing.
Thank you.
It's not working. Oh, okay. It's not working. Okay. Linda Navarre. Linda Navarre. Oh, okay. Is that Linda?
Mm-hmm.
Linda and Kim. Coming together.
Hi, Linda and Kim.
Hi.
Hi, Ms. Navarro, you have 3 minutes.
Okay. So, my name's Linda. I'm the HDM coordinator for, well, home delivery meals, coordinator for meals.
Linda, use the mic.
I'm sorry. The HDM coordinator for the YMCA's home delivery service, senior nutrition program, I should say. We heard that there was a complaint about the food situation. We have a lot of protocols with our food. We heard that our food is rotten, it's contaminated and everything. That was only from one senior. We've talked to a lot of seniors because we cannot get a hold of the senior that made the complaint, because we are aware who the senior is, because she makes these complaints to us all the time. And we do contact our kitchen and we let them know what's going on. We follow up with them monthly. We also do follow-up phone calls. So we always call. Most of them won't answer their phones because, of course, they're afraid it's a scammer or whatever it is. What you've just been given is a couple of our numbers. So for the month of May, all of our home delivery meals, we've delivered 3,137 meals to our seniors. We deliver twice a week, once a week. And then the other one is for our grab and goes, the seniors that are still able to drive, they come and they pick up food. So we've done 777 meals to our seniors. And this is the first time we're hearing anything about it being rotten and contaminated. I know the senior has complained about the fish that they use. She wants us to use salmon, but we use what the county can afford, because we do work with LA County, who takes care of a lot of our stuff. I also included what is this one? Our food specifics. So I highlighted, I don't know if it highlighted on yours. It did, where it says about the fish. Everything has to be purchased from what is it? A reputable vendor. So everything is checked. I mean, like I said, this is the first time we heard of it. Our food, when we pack our food, it comes in from Huntington Park, is where this company's at. I know on the website itself, it shows LA, Los Angeles, California, and that's all it shows. And then if you click on it, it shows that it's in Austin, Texas, or Houston,
Madam Mayor,
Texas.
that's 3 minutes.
There you go.
Kim's going to wrap us up here. The
Okay.
fresh reset on the 3
3
minutes.
minutes, Kim.
Yes, thank you. So as Linda was saying, our food comes from Huntington Park, not from out of the state. All food. So seniors who come in Monday through Friday, we make extra. That food is flash frozen for delivery the next week. We have protocols in place to where
If they want to see the food,
everything is bagged in one of those bags with an ice pack at the bottom and an ice pack on the top, so that we have to make sure that we keep time and temperatures. We can only keep it at a certain temp. If it's above that temp or below the temp, then we have to discard it. Once the food goes out, if the senior is not home, that food is thrown away. We cannot bring anything back into our kitchen because that is considered contaminated. So whatever, if a senior does not answer the door, it gets thrown away. I have invited council many times to come and have lunch with us. We're here Monday through Friday. Councilman Deere, I think last week, just had lunch with us. We understand, everybody likes certain things, certain ways. We are federally funded, so we do have regulatory things that we have to abide by. I get audited once a month by LA County. A dietitian does put these meals together. It is geared towards a senior diet, which is low sodium, low sugar. So they are I'll say it, bland, because it has to be geared towards a senior diet. But we do offer pepper, salt. You can bring in your own seasonings. Her complaint about the fruit not having stickers, we do have stickers on them. If it is a fruit that you bite into, they are cleaned before they leave our catering facility, so the stickers are taken off. So there are certain fruits that don't have stickers, and there are certain fruits that have them. If they're bitten into, they're cleaned. If they can peel them, they're sent in. And we just wanted to make sure that, you know, as council, you knew what our policies and procedures are so that the residents of Carson do get the care that they deserve. So we just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that we are here. If you have any questions for us, we're here Monday through Friday at the community center. Come see us at any time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Mayor.
Thank
That
you.
concludes public comment.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Councilman.
I actually can testify to the professionalism and the quality of service, quality of maintenance, quality of preparation. They're really following all of the county health rules to the T. And I think this one individual who didn't like tilapia, but she wants salmon. And, you know, tilapia is the fish that's served for the senior meals. The senior meals appear to me, I'm not a dietitian, but it appears to be very healthy. And seniors are very happy with it. Periodically, my Lions Club will pay for the meals for all 97 seniors that have lunch that day as a charitable endeavor for my Lions Club. So that's why I'm present occasionally for that. And so that's a little testimony in behalf of the senior meal program and the great staff of the YMCA that serves our residents. Thank you.
Thank you. Captain Norman has arrived.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone?
Fine, how are you?
Good, good. I want to first of all take a moment to introduce you to our new special assignment lieutenant. This is Lieutenant Carl Lumpkin. He's been with the department for quite some time, and he's here as a lieutenant, and he will be taking over for Lieutenant Ayalo effective at the end of this month.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? My name is Carl Lumpkin, and I've been on the department for approximately 26 years. In that 26 years, recently I was assigned to Carson Sheriff Station. Been there a little bit less than a year. Prior to that, I've worked assignments from custody, as far as North Facility, to CRDF, as well as Twin Towers. And I've also worked as a watch commander and a field sergeant at Lakewood Sheriff Station. So I'm actually happy to be here, and I'm glad you guys are. I thank you guys for having me here today. Thank you.
And thank you, Lieutenant. I know the captain has told you that we're a busy council here, so we'll be contacting you and calling you. So we like to have cell numbers so we don't have to look too far.
Yeah. Oh, I'm right around the corner from you because I've been a resident in Carson for a little time now.
That's good to know. I can do a drive-by.
Yeah.
and see and visit you. And visit. But thank you. I'm glad you're here. Congratulations, and a Carson resident, and Captain Norman grew up here in the Carson area. So, thank you very much. We're looking for great things from you.
All right. Thank you.
Any comments from my colleagues?
Okay.
Dr. Hilton.
Just want to say welcome aboard. Welcome. You're here, you're resident, so you know the climate. You know what we expect as family, so we're looking forward to working with you.
Okay, thank you.
MPT.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just to Lieutenant, welcome. We saying welcome, but you've been here. You never left. It's just now you're being assigned here and on a permanent basis. So when you come home, you're home. When you go to work, you're home. So both of them are the same. But
yes, it is.
I just want to say to Captain Norman, you know, nice pick. Nice pick.
Councilman Deere.
Lieutenant, congratulations on your new assignment. As you probably are already aware, Carson Station is the best station in the entire system of LA County Sheriff's Department. So you're in the right place at the right time. Welcome.
Thank you.
With the best captain, I must say.
Yes, I agree.
Councilwoman.
Thank you, and congratulations, and glad to see that you're here in the city of Carson. And thank you to the Sheriff's Department for helping the city of Los Angeles in this past week, and the camaraderie and the partnership that we all have together. So thank you so much. Yes, and I also wanted, I know you weren't there at our press conference this morning, but I wanted to take this moment to thank you, the Sheriff's Department, the Fire Department, the City of Carson, for holding the press conference and discussing our ban on fireworks. So I just want to take this time that this is a collaborative partnership that we are working together with law enforcement and the fire department. And we are truly thankful that we can do this year, and we're going to have a July 4th without any fireworks, hopefully. And so thank you for partnering with us. And I think we came up with that new word today. If you light it, we'll cite it, or something like that.
You light
Where
it,
there's
we'll
smoke,
fight it.
there's fire. But again, thank you for joining us in this goal in the city of Carson to make July 4th our safest. Okay, so thank you.
And along that line, I think we had discussed, Mr. City Manager, we had discussed the laser light shows. I'd like at some point in time with the drones, the light show. Okay. Councilwoman, did you want to add?
Yes, I've seen those shows, and I know we've discussed it along with the mayor, and that would be a great addition to the city of Carson in response to banning fireworks. We still want to celebrate, and we want the community to celebrate and have a good time. And these laser shows, these drone shows are just spectacular. I've seen the one in Vegas, and it's amazing without the explosions, the sounds, but with the music and the sparkle, it fits right into the city of Carson as being the jewel of the South Bay. We could light up the city of Carson the right way. So again, city manager, I think they already looked in that. And then also going back to our enforcement for this July 4th, I know we do have a drone organization that is coming in to help out. So we want everyone to know that we're not just banning fireworks, we are enforcing it, and we're doing it in a big way. We're using technology, we're using drones, we're using the other systems that other cities have used to make it successful and make it a safe July 4th. So again, thank you. And I'm sure we'll be getting together again with the Sheriff's Department and the Fire Department and our code enforcement.
Yes.
Again, thank you for the partnership.
Of course, of course.
Thank you.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay. So that said, I just wanted to share some information about what we've been doing here at Carson Sheriff's on June 4th. We partnered with the California Highway Patrol, CHP, and we had 18 of our deputies trained to identify vehicles with modified emissions and exhaust for enforcement. And this will actually help with deterring street racer vehicles from coming into the city of Carson. On June 6th, we participated in the Special Olympics torch run. We received the torch from Compton Sheriff Station and completed our run, transferred the torch over to LAPD Harbor Division. On the 7th, we attended the City of Carson's Philippine Independence Day celebration at Veterans Park, along with Madam Mayor Davis Holmes and the rest of the esteemed Carson City Council members. On June 11th, we hosted hosted Civilian Academy graduation of our 10-week civilian academy that ended with a total of 18 community members that actually completed the course and received a certificate from the Sheriff's Department as well as the city council persons. On June 14th, we also attended the wonderful Juneteenth event at Anderson Park and had a wonderful time there. On the 7th, we were actually deployed out with the civil unrest and partnered with several law enforcement agencies across Southern California and also throughout LA County. The Sheriff's Department is currently in the process of demobilization phase, and during this demobilization, it's going to be contingent upon the current events that are happening as it actually evolves and as it applies to what's actually happening with the federal operations. On the 11th, May 11th, our summer crime team unit, they were actually deployed out. They are averaging a total of about 25 arrests per week. Some of the city crimes, Part 1 crimes, are that we are currently trending down at about negative 2.3%.
Thank you, Captain.
All right, you're very welcome.
Are you queued up, Jim? Is this an old one? Okay.
Yes, Madam Mayor, when you're ready.
You're ready.
Okay, Captain, thank you for that great report. You always are right on target, and we appreciate that. And we appreciate your entire staff.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, some of my constituents are asking me about the cars with you mentioned modified cars, modified mufflers in this case. I don't know if they're putting a hole in the muffler or what they're doing, but some of these vehicles, I'm sure all of us in this room have experienced it. Standing outside talking to your next door neighbor, and a car goes down the road so loud, the decibel level must be over 90 or 100. And so can they be cited for having such a loud vehicle?
Yes. What will generally happen is, and that's part of the training that they were actually received, is once they actually pull them over, they're able to look at the motor of the vehicle and determine what type of emissions modifications that they've actually made. At that point, if they issue a citation to that individual, those vehicles are subject to actually store and tow. If they don't, they'll actually be directed to take the vehicle into make the modifications within compliance of the state of California. And if the vehicle is found anywhere other than actually going into for the modifications or other than work, then the vehicle can actually be stored for 30 days plus until that actually occurs. So yes, we can actually impound the vehicle based on those illegal modifications.
So how practical is it? Constituents are asking me, why can't the sheriffs, pull these cars over? Well, they can only pull it over if they see and hear the car. Right. They're not going to be waiting at the intersection for the car to come through. But is it practical for a resident of Carson to call the watch commander and say, there's a car, this is what it looks like. They can even take a picture of it, and it's, say, traveling on Carson Street between Main Street and headed east toward Avalon. Is it practical for them to report that to the sheriff's station, or is it not realistic to be able to? Obviously, it's a low priority call, but
well, it's a quality of life issue, and it's something that we take serious. That's why we have an additional 18 Carson deputies that are prepared to take those vehicles and impound them, or make sure that they make the emissions in compliance with the state. I would encourage anyone to actually call. The deputies will need to see that violation as it's occurring in order to actually conduct the investigation and move forward as far as the citation is concerned.
I see. Well, being a middle school and high school teacher, I know that a lot of these young people, particularly boys, more than girls, modify their car so it's really loud. And it reminds me, like in nature, where animals make a lot of noise to attract the opposite sex. And I don't know if they're attracting young ladies or not, but they're certainly attracting our neighbors in not such a positive way. So we certainly appreciate anything your staff can do to diminish that in our neighborhood.
Right. It does help not only with the regular quality of life issues, but it also helps is to deter the street racers, because we've noticed that the violations of the emissions is also part of the street racing culture.
Yes, well, it is a quality of life issue, so it's much appreciated that you have a dedicated effort toward resolving that issue. Thank you
Absolutely.
very much.
Thank you. Arlene, are you queued up? No? Thank you. Captain, do you have anything else to report?
No, ma'am.
Well, thank you.
Here to help. I'm looking forward to speaking with your staff on the upcoming fireworks, and we are definitely setting a contingency for that. So I'm looking forward to it.
We will be having another meeting, Mr. City Manager, here real soon. Staff will coordinate with you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye. Is that it, Madam City Clerk?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I don't have any comment cards. We are.
Approval of the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Been moved and properly second. Any comments? Hearing none. Cast your vote. You were still waiting on me? Oh,
Motion carries.
thank you. Consent items number 9 through 28.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Would anyone like to pull an item? Hearing none. Cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 29. Mr. City Manager,
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is a public hearing.
it's a public hearing. Madam City Clerk, was the item properly posted?
It was, Madam Mayor. The notice of public hearing has been given pursuant to the applicable law. The proof of timely publication was received by me, and the agenda posting requirements were met. The posting affidavits are on file in the clerk's office, and we did not receive any written communications for this item.
All right, so we're gonna open the public hearing. No one wishing to speak? We will close the public hearing and have a report from staff.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This particular item would be your final budget review prior to potential adoption. And this will actually be presented by our Director of Finance and his team, Mr. Will Jefferson, and other staff members, I believe. Right? No? Oh. Okay, so I guess the update is on the summary. For the past several months, the City Council has conducted 2 budget workshops. This is the third, or the previous 2, and provided strategic direction to staff in preparation for the fiscal year budget. The public hearing notice that was published on June 3rd, 2025, and the draft budget has been available for public review at the City Clerk's office since then. This accompanying resolution is now ready for your consideration and adoption.
Well, I had a question for the staff, just for the edification for the residents at home, to go over the budget, just to give the numbers of our revenue and expenditures and the departments and where the funds are at currently and where we are looking at to possibly approve today or at some point, but at least to give the residents and those that are here just a quick update.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members. Today I will be reporting to you guys the proposed fiscal year 25-26 budget. As Councilman Hicks just said, we had an extensive budget workshop 1. So my emphasis will be on just pointing out or highlighting the areas that has changed since the last time we proposed. So as you know, we have the agenda. So the revenues did not change. So the revenues did not change, which we are proposing revenues of 155 million, expenditures of 154 million. From the last workshop, the only changes in the budget was the expenditures. The expenditures decreased by 128,000, which now highlighted or upped our surplus to 474,000. So since the revenues didn't change, what I'll do is just take you through the expenditures and the changes with the expenditures. And as I'm skipping these slides, they will be in the packet if the community would like to review them. So as I just mentioned, the only changes were in expenditures. If you see your column 5 at the bottom, we had a surplus of 128,000, which increased our surplus to 474,000. The changes were in council. We had 317,000. The changes were due to council staff, such as council aid and other council assistants. That budget was shifted or reclassed to the city manager's budget. If you see down in the city manager's column, you see a 236,000 increase. And that difference is that we had a position in housing that was able to have CDBG cover some of the salary. So it netted out to 236. So again, we reclassed 317,000 from city council to city manager. The second one you see is ISPM. We increased ISPM budget by 31,500. If you scroll down, you'll see finance had a outtake of 31,500, and that was due to a position. The reception at the front, that budget is now being reclassed from finance to ISPM. So that position will now report to ISPM. Public safety, we see a net deficit, so to speak, of 264,000. That was due to the sheriff's contract. We mentioned that the sheriff's contract in budget workshop 1, we did not have the actual cost, but we was conservative and estimated a 5% of increase in fees. It came back 4.37. So we had a savings of 236,000 there. Human resources, we see an uptake of 216,000. And that's due to a position that is desperately needed in the Human Resources Department. So again, just to recap the changes, City Council reallocated all employee salaries and benefits, including council members, to the City Manager's office. City Manager's changes will receive employee salary allocation from the City Council, reallocated a portion of housing analyst salary to be funded through the CDBG fund. And we also transfer salary and benefits of an admin intern 3 to Human Resources Department. ISPM received funding for the receptionist salary and benefits transferred from the Finance Department. Again, public safety projected 5% increase for the sheriff contract was finalized at 4.37. And finance transferred budget reception, salaries and benefits to ISPM. The last was human resources. We secured additional funding additionally for a new full-time position, which would be labeled as a senior human resource analyst. These next few slides just take you through the expenditures, which we did, like I said, we did cover in the previous workshop, and I just highlighted the changes from workshop 1 to the proposed budget. And they will be included in the packet for the citizens to see, and also posted on the city's brand new beautiful website. So now the next 2 slides will be the proposed 25-26 salaries and benefits. With those positions that we just discussed, we are proposing 392 salaries. That's 4 more from the previous budget workshop that we had, which was 388. The salaries and benefits costing for the proposal will be $63 million. And with that, we show now that with the proposal, we have 392 FTEs. As of today, we have 344 filled, 48 vacancies, and 12% vacancy rate. I do want to highlight the vacancy rate is 12%, and it's due to the new positions being added and also the retirement incentive program. During the retirement incentive program, we had 9 employees to to take advantage of it. So as of now, July the 1st, that now means that we'll have those 9 positions open, and also the 4 new positions we added, which that's what gives us the 12% vacancy rate starting July the 1st. But as of now, today, our vacancy rate is 8%. Now, when we talk about the proposed positions, ISPM, we're proposing the establishment of the new multimedia division, which will constitute hiring a multimedia manager and a multimedia analyst, information and technology security, ITS. We're proposing a data and intelligence officer and system analyst. Public safety, we're requesting 1 position for a public safety specialist. And again, human resources, a senior human resource analyst position. The next slide is our special events. Special events compared to last year, we decreased in some of the events, and the salary also the budget also decreased. The budget last year was $697,000. It has now decreased to $550,000. And that concludes my report. And thank you. I just want to also thank the council for their direction and initiatives that caused us to put this budget together. It was a very challenging budget this year due to the way the economy is going, with the possibility of funding being cut, things of that nature, but we stuck to it. We also want to thank the CM's office, the city manager and assistant city manager for constantly being there and driving the vehicle, and also the finance department for their dedication to getting the job done, and also to my colleagues who, even though times were tough, we were able to sit at the table and hash it out and come to a conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you. Council MPT Hicks.
Yes. Staff, thank you for that comprehensive report. I had 2 questions. One you answered based upon how many vacancy rates that we still have within this budget. The other question I have through the city manager, through the HR director, within the budget, what percentage or what amount is actually put in place for training for staff, for any additional training for staff?
Thank you, MPT. I don't have the exact numbers on me right now. I know that we are shifting towards training, specifically supervisory training, which we just completed today over the last 2 weeks. I think the last time it happened was a little over 6 years ago, but I'll get the numbers for you. I know that we've been a little bit malleable when it goes to training for our staff.
I just want to make sure we do have enough funds for training of our employees to make sure they're at the cutting edge of their expertise of what they do in the city. So I'll be looking for that information as soon as you get it.
100%.
And then to the city manager, again, through our public works department, where are we at the status, or through HR, basically, where are we within the process of filling, I think it was 24 vacancies in public works? I know that we're getting ready for the 28 Olympics, and the mayor, I know, along with the rest of the colleagues, we really want to make sure this city is put together with all of our streets done and cleaned and sidewalks repaired and that thing. So where are we at with filling that last 24?
Yes, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The recruitment process for a number of the line staff within Public Works is in process right now. I believe there's another, I think they had the first round of interviews concluded a week and a half ago, and there's probably about 3/4 of the list still to continue with interviews. So once those are done, a good portion, I would say up to 7 of those positions may be filled.
Okay, I know that's a priority for this council to make sure we get the city cleaned up and looking nice, not only for new people coming in, but for the residents living here as well, so we can drive around and look at nice areas. And I guess the last part of it, whenever we get that back, I know it's a different process. The medians, we need to bring that back. I know we would try to get a design, I guess, for the medians and the process for the medians. When will that project take place?
That's going to be coming to you July 1st for an approval for the plant palette, color palette to move forward in that. But we are actually got plans, and we'll I'm actually in communication with the city attorney to make sure we can start proceeding.
Mayor Pro Tem, I'll also highlight that the projects proposed for media improvements are actually part of the CIP lineup that's within the budget that's presented tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any more questions? Councilman Deere.
Thank you. I want to segue into the MPT's comments about 2028 Olympics and Carson being ready. As far as infrastructure, that's one of the several areas that we need to be prepared for, as everyone on staff knows, and the elected officials and now the residents understand that. And there was some discussion a few meetings ago about the World Cup going to be in Carson next year, but I understand that it's not. It's going to be in Inglewood instead. Is that, they made a change there? Is that what happened, Mr. City Manager?
No, sir. Actually, it's always been scheduled to be in Inglewood. It's just that the city of Carson will be hosting potentially various countries' teams practicing here in Carson.
Kind of like
not for the games.
Chargers practiced here.
Correct.
Without playing here. I see. Okay, so that's what the comment was, a little bit in error a few meetings ago. Okay, that's fine. Then I also want to compliment city manager and particularly his staff member, Arlington Rogers. He and his public works staff, even though they have vacancies, they're still doing a very good job methodically going through the city of Carson, repairing areas that certainly need attention. We have various sidewalks, curbs, gutters, streets, of course, alleys in the city of Carson that need fixing up, because when the visitors come from around the world to Los Angeles, many of them are going to be coming to Carson, California, and seeing how beautiful our city is. And we just really want to invest that money. I think this budget does that, and I want to thank the city manager for bringing that budget to the city council and including all these important aspects. So thank you. And thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Any of my other colleagues?
Madam Mayor, I think you guys have the information I requested earlier.
Yeah, it was a 30% increase, so it's 30,000 that we added for training.
For training, okay.
The training. I spoke to the city manager about a vehicle allowance. Does the city council have any, did you ever find that answer, $700 allowance for car, vehicle, or anything? And have we identified vehicles that we as a council can, are you working on that, utilize?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, that's actually being currently worked on, and
It's
so
currently
it
worked
may
on.
be available by next meeting.
Okay.
So we'll check with the attorney to see if it's when it'll be complete.
All right, thank you.
For the record, the council doesn't get a car allowance.
That's correct. No car allowance, sir.
Just wanted to point that out.
Yes, sir.
What do I get? We don't get anything. That's how we're working for free. Okay, thank you. So here are no other questions. I will entertain a motion.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Wait
a minute. Yes.
Yes.
You got to read this one. Say, wait a minute.
I think the Councilman Hilton has to read it.
Yes.
Do you want us to give you a copy, Councilman?
Take your time.
Yeah, number 2.
Recommendation, take the following action. We'll open that other.
Oh.
Okay, MPT, you want to read that? Waive further reading?
Okay.
Number 3.
Waive further reading and adopt resolution number 25076, a resolution of the City of Carson City Council adopting fiscal year 2025-2026 general fund and special revenue funds budget. Wait a minute, you just
keep reading.
You just moved it away.
So you need a second?
Well, no, that's not all. And then waive further reading and adopt resolution number 2507 CSA, a resolution of the successor agency board adoption of fiscal year 2025-2026 budget. and waive further reading and adopt resolution number 2508 CHA, a resolution of Carson Housing Authority adopting fiscal year 2025-2026 budget, and waive further reading and adopt resolution number 25077, a resolution of the City Council approving the fiscal year 2025-2026 appropriation limits, and approve the 2025-2026 special events budget, and approve the fiscal year 2025-2026 5-year capital improvement program CIP plan. Now I'm complete.
Where are you? Oh, I have one question before. Public safety. That specialist is assigned in public safety. Is that that's a new position? We don't have a specialist?
No, that's correct. Yes, Madam Mayor, we do not.
Oh, so you're filling a position that we had. It's not is it a new, or are we just filling a vacant position?
No, it's a new created position. We don't have that. It does not exist.
So what was it, administrative specialist?
No, that position didn't exist at all.
It didn't?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
So does it now
It
exist?
does. We approved the budget. I thought we had one before.
It's created tonight.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
correct.
That's great.
Okay, thank you.
We've never had that position. Yes.
Cast your vote.
The vote is unanimous. Motion carries.
Item number 30 is a public hearing to consider adoption of a resolution ratifying an amendment to the safety element of the general plan to incorporate the city's local hazard mitigation plan 2024 in accordance with Assembly Bill 2140. Madam City Clerk, was it properly posted?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, the notice of public hearing has been given pursuant to the applicable law. The proof of the timely publication was received. The agenda posting requirements were met. The posting affidavits are on file in my office, and we did not receive any written communication for this item.
Okay, we're going to open the public hearing and close it. I see it's on here to continue this until September 2nd. Is that correct, staff?
That is correct, Madam Mayor.
Okay. So we're going to open the public hearing. Was there any public comment?
No, Madam Mayor.
Okay, we're going to continue this item to September 2nd, 2025 is the recommendation at our regular meeting. That's the recommendation. Any opposition? Without objection, so moved. September 2nd. Item number 31. Consider a report of all new business license issued by the City of Carson for the period May 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2025. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. This is an item that we have brought forward for this particular meeting. This is the first one, and in the future meetings, on the first of every meeting, you, Madam Mayor, and City Council will receive a list of all new business licenses as it states in the subject line area, so that you're aware of what businesses are coming into the city versus just finding out either through your residence or as you happen to drive through the city. You'll actually have a list of what businesses are going to be coming over, so you have an idea within your specific districts and as a city as a whole. So this is just something that we're going to be producing again monthly for your information.
Thank you. Any questions?
Madam Mayor, yeah, I have a
Yes.
question. Sure.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Councilman Hicks, MPT Hicks is first.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just want to say to the staff and to the mayor, thank you for this. Is something that is well overdue. Giving us the tool to have to know what business are coming here in the city of Carson, to know what permits have been pulled or who's doing what in our community, because we were blindsided. Many times I know that people was asking me questions and I would have to call to get verification because I didn't know that it was coming until after the fact. And I think we as on this day, as we need to know what's happening before everybody else knows what's going on. And I think that should be something that's always in the forefront when anything is done in the city, to let us know as the policymakers of this community, to make sure when we go out and our constituents ask us a question, we can give them a sound answer. But I want to say thank you for putting this on the agenda.
Thank you. Councilman Deere?
Yes.
regarding this topic, I have something for you, Mr. City Manager, I want to give to you tonight. One of my constituents patronized a business located in another city. I won't say the name on TV, but that city, I think, is expelling that business, and they're looking to open up in Carson. So it's some considerations I want to pass on to you, and they're for the Planning Commission as well. Thank you. After the meeting, I'll give you the information. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Hilton.
I just wanted to echo Mayor Pro Tem's sentiments about oftentimes when we hear, we may hear businesses coming in secondhand, and we should know. So I want to applaud our staff, and I know this was doing at the direction of our mayor. I want to applaud our mayor and our staff for getting this on so that we will know, so that when people ask us questions, we can answer them intelligently. We can speak to that. Oftentimes, things are being announced on social media before we know about them. I wish, we had the same inside track, and we're in the inside, and we don't have the inside track. So thanks for bringing us the inside with the information. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Councilwoman.
Yes, I'm not going to repeat what everyone said, but if there is a list that we can have, because a lot of businesses in other cities, they want to come in. So if we could also get a list of some of the businesses where maybe their lease is about to go up, or they want to leave, or anything like that, I think that would be useful, so that when these other businesses are looking for a place to land in Carson, we will have a list for them. I mean, this happened to a coffee shop where they were waiting, looking. They eventually got into Carson in a perfect spot, but it had taken a year. So if we could have that list of potential locations for new businesses, that would be great as well. So thank you again, staff. For
Sure.
everything.
And I think Dr. Lennox can actually comment on that as well.
Yeah, thank you, Councilwoman Rojas. One of the things that was approved by council tonight included a contract with a company called Retail Strategies, which will be assisting city with doing exactly what you identified. We don't want to see vacancies, and we want to have quality retailers in town. So that should accomplish that.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And again, staff, thank you. We'll be looking for these annual reports monthly under discussion. I'm just wondering if you can make this a little larger. I can read it, but
We will change the font size.
Thank
Madam
you.
Mayor,
I
yes.
brought my glasses.
Thank you. Okay. So what's the recommendation? Also, receive and file? What is
Receive
it?
and file.
Receive and file this report. Next, I'm going to, the young lady came from, well, let me finish this. It won't take but a minute. U.S. Football Summer Series presented by Under Armour. Are you here? Okay, could you wait just a few? Okay, thank you. I'm going to do this real quick. The next one is consider local and uncontested appointees. Does anyone have any to add? No? Okay. Do you?
I have an appointment.
Thank you.
I have one vacancy on Economic Development Commission, and tonight I'm appointing Kevin Bagalay to the Economic Development Commission as one challenged appointment.
We don't need to vote on that. It's an unchallenged appointment. Madam City Clerk, did you get his name? Okay. Anyone else? Okay, for me, I'd like to, it's 3 appointments. One is on the Human Relations, alternate number 3, Audrey Thomas.
Madam Mayor, did you say Audrey?
Yeah, Audrey, Audrea. Thomas.
Got it.
Her application is on file.
Okay. And we're moving her from alternate.
We're moving her, she's going into alternate number 3. Is she on there already?
That's already filled. Oh, yeah, alternate 3. Oh,
Is that okay?
it is. Yes, sorry, we were having a sidebar.
Next, I would like to, the vacant position, for me, uncontested, is Dorcas Waters. I'd like to move her from alternate number 2.
Which commission?
That's on the Public Relations Commission. Alternate number 2 to the vacant position, uncontested.
Moving alternate 2 to the vacant.
And then I would like to make, on that same commission, Deborah Washington to fill that vacant alternate number 1.
Deborah Washington to.
And her application is on file also.
Okay.
For public safety, Brandon Fields, his application is on file to the alternate number 3 for public safety. And then the Measure C Oversight Commission, Measure C and Measure K Budget Oversight Committee, Tina Bradley to the vacant alternate number 1. And if you don't have a phone number, I can give it to you. You have it? I'm going to pass it down. And those are my recommendations.
And that was for alternate 2 on Measure C and Measure K?
Yes.
Okay.
Motion to approve, Mayor's.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Please
Hold
cast your
on.
vote.
Motion to approve. Go for it. It's unanimous. Motion carries.
Item number 34.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
before we take a vote, there is, I don't have an opening on my vacancy, but open on my commission, but California Credit Union, they really want to be involved somehow, some way. They're even improving their, Sprouts come in, they're going to improve their footprint for community meetings and stuff. And the manager has been asking to be appointed. His name is Jose to a commission. He has applied. And
He's a business owner?
He's the general manager for the California Credit Union.
Okay. Let's put him as my alternate number 3 on economic development.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Alternate number 3 on economic development. So we'll entertain a substitute motion.
Yes.
I'm sorry, can I just get Jose's last name? Jose?
I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Second the motion.
Who is JH? You have a vacancy on economic development?
I have on economic development. Is that because Katie Pandolfo's not there anymore? Or?
Yeah, she
No,
moved
you
on.
have a vacancy.
Oh, okay.
Full-time position.
I can put him full time then.
Okay.
Has it been 30 days?
It's been vacant, yes.
Oh, okay.
And Jim just appointed his, so. Katie?
I don't have or Trini or no.
No, you had Katie.
Okay.
Okay. So it's been a friendly amendment. Cast your vote. Oh, it is? What?
Same motion, right?
Same motion.
Yeah.
Just adding those two. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Item number
7.
34. Item number 7. I'm going to finish this real quick.
Okay.
It's the second reading. Is it 33? Yeah, 33. Second reading,
It's item 33.
33. It's a second reading of an ordinance. Can that be done by?
Do we have to say the whole, read it again on the second reading, City Attorney?
I don't think so.
No.
It's been
No.
read the first time. So.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any conversation? Hearing none.
She didn't even hear me.
You guys having your own sidebars? By title only? Okay. That's okay. We want to make sure you're on your toes. Item number 34.
I'm sorry, I'm still waiting on Councilwoman.
Oh, Councilwoman. Item number 34. Second reading by title only.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Any conversation? Cast your vote.
Motion carries.
And I have a to-do. We're gonna go down and do this presentation. She arrived. She's here.
No football?
Can we meet her at the podium?
Good to see you. Brandon, wake up. Your mic, where your mic at?
Oh, I'm gonna let. Stand right here. It's an honor to recognize an exciting international sporting event taking place right here in the city of Carson. The USA Football Summer Series presented by Under Armour from June 18th through June 22nd. That's tomorrow. Wow. At Dignity Health Sports Park. It will welcome over 750 elite athletes from more than 10 countries, showcasing the very best in flag football. Hosted by USA Football, the official national governing body for tackle and flag football, and recognized by the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee. This series represents the future of the sport on a global stage. This week-long celebration is more than just a competition. It's a powerful interaction of international unity, youth leadership, and Olympic dreams. With flag football officially joining the lineup for the LA 28 Olympic Games, Carson is once again proud to serve as a key host in this journey toward Olympic history. Today, I want to thank Shauna Wilson for coming and celebrating your commitment to sports, youth empowerment, and global connection. We thank you for choosing Carson as the home for this incredible event, and we look forward to continuing to be a part of the journey towards LA 28. And I'll have my councilman read the proclamation.
So the certificate of recognition presented to USA Football Summer Series presented by Under Armour, in recognition of the USA Football Summer Series presented by Under Armour, an extraordinary international event bringing together over 750 athletes from more than 10 countries to Dignity Health Sports Park to Carson, California. Congratulations to all Olympic eligible athletes as flag football prepares for its debut at LA 28 Games. We wish you continued success in all of your future series and endeavors, signed by all of us.
All of them.
I would. Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you, council members. On behalf of USA Football, we are extremely thankful for this recognition, and we are really honored to be here, right here in Carson. It's such a big event for us. It is our biggest event to date. You guys shared those numbers. We couldn't be prouder, and we are really happy and honored. So thank you, guys.
You have enough photos? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One speaker card, Brandy? Come on. Oh, of course it's you.
Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, my councilman, Cedric Hicks, Dr. Jawan Hilton, Councilman Jim Deere, and Councilwoman Arlene Rojas. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to stand before you. Before I begin, I just want to recognize the work that you guys are doing in the city. Rounds of applause. Sitting in the council meetings and listening to what you're doing, it takes time and it takes effort and it takes follow-up and it takes follow-through. So I want to recognize that. Thank you so much for putting together a comprehensive budget for our city. It really does mean that. It means a lot. So my only request, Madam Mayor, is we are almost finished with our draft for the Disabilities Committee, and we just want to know how you would like for us to present that. July is Disability Pride Month. I like to say Awareness Month. So we'd like to present July 1st. We want to be respectful to council and the dais and find out if you want us to do a formal submission where we're on the agenda, or if you would like for us to do it during general comments. Either way, we'll be happy to accommodate the timing that you give us for that to present it.
All this work you've done, we're gonna let you do a formal presentation because our city ordinance has to be changed to added a part of that. So that will be something the city manager will do. Hear your presentation at the meeting, and the second meeting in July will move if it's so the pleasure of the city council.
If it's the pleasure of the city council. I do have one request, if I may. Luz Padua, you know, who's been my partner in all of this, she leaves to go out of the country that second week in July. So if the first week doesn't work, we are happy to move it to August, if that's okay with you.
To do the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
We can do that the first meeting in July, and then we'll do whatever we need in August when she's there.
Okay, all right. She'll be here at the first meeting in July, July 1st. She'll be here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. Okay, and then time frame you'll get with me, city manager? 3 minutes. Okay, you got it. Thank you so much.
We may give you 5.
Okay.
Depending what MPT says.
Madam Mayor, that concludes public comment.
What do we have next? Memorial adjournments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. These are the names that, oh, no, not Norman Hutchins. Oh, I'm sorry. Bishop Norman Hutchins Sr., Sly Stone, Eleanor Busby Mack.
We did all communication. Yes.
I'm just.
Eleanor, Jesse Mack died on a Saturday. Eleanor Mack died on a Sunday, 6 days later. And she was one of our commissioners, very active here in the city of Carson. So I think their joint homegoing celebration is on the 28th. So to the city staff, make sure we have, it's going to be at Inglewood Cemetery on the Manchester side in the Manchester Chapel. And the viewing is going to be on that Friday before. What day is Saturday? Is that 27th? Okay, we'll make sure staff has that. Raven, where are you? She left me. She did. Just make sure. Okay. Oh, here it is. Viewing is Friday, June 27th from 1 to 4. And the homegoing celebration for both will be on Saturday, June 28th, 11:30 at Inglewood Mortuary Cemetery, located at 3801 West Manchester in Inglewood. Okay. So it's Friday, June 27th, the viewing, and the homegoing is Saturday, June 28th, 11:30, Inglewood Mortuary. All right? Thank you.
I'll continue with the list. Alfred Pompey, Amelia Ford, William Robinson Sr., Edward Valles, Larry Navalta.
I have one to add. Dr. J.B. Hartwick, Joseph Benjamin Hartwick.
Dr. Hilton.
So we did all communication. Dr. Hilton.
Let's bow our heads. Father, we pray that you would bless these families. We pray that you would give them comfort and strength. We heard 2 pastors listed tonight, so we pray for comfort for their congregations and their entire families. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Pastor Hardwick was my first pastor when I decided to go back to church, so. Well, I was out for a while, okay? I was young. Okay. Council member request to add future items to the agenda. Did we get the, you had wanted us something added?
Right, I'll tell you right now if you're ready.
Yeah, it was something from a previous agenda, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't ready because the cold case detectives didn't get the information to Michael George. And he's still waiting on that information, the victim and the circumstances that the staff report needs. So he's going to do it at the next council meeting, I believe.
Okay,
That was a previous request, but I have something for tonight too, if you're ready.
let me see what you have.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay, at the press conference today, it occurred to me that we might want to have a firework turn-in day, meaning that people who have fireworks, thinking that they can light them off in Carson, and then realizing that they cannot, instead of them being tempted to ignite it with a match, it's human nature, right? Maybe in the order of, how the law enforcement often has gun collections, people turn in their guns. And maybe we can have something in Carson where people can turn in their fireworks and not ignite their fireworks. Just an idea that occurred to me during the press conference.
Yeah.
So maybe staff could come back to us with a suggestion or an idea on how that might work. It could be a one-day event in the parking lot or something, and people could bring their old fireworks that they didn't shoot off from last year, or fireworks that they recently purchased but realize that it's illegal to utilize them.
Turning your fireworks day. Mr.
Yeah.
City Manager, couldn't you kind of put that under the educational campaign without us having to bring that back? Because the next meeting is going to be in July.
1st of July.
So could we not kind of incorporate that, if it's the pleasure of this council, into the educational campaign?
Yeah, it could be administratively set up by the city manager,
Right.
certainly.
He has,
It's not going to be costly. It won't be costly. It's just has to be advertised, however.
turn in your fireworks.
Sure.
Thank you.
You like that idea? Very good. Okay, thank you. That's all I have on that item.
Councilwoman.
Thank you. That is a great idea, because months ago, there was a house that went up in flames because they were housing fireworks there's a lot in there, and it blew up. So that is a good idea for the people who do have them in there. They probably want to get rid of them, especially with what's been going on.
And we want to make sure too that so the amnesty box for fireworks, but just as a caveat, the residents need to understand and know that when you see your neighbors or friends turning in the fireworks, you can't call and ask for a reward because they're turning them in voluntarily.
Right, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, this reward is going to attract.
I do have one more.
Yes.
So in 2022, this is a request from the manager. I just want to make sure that it's still good. In 2022, I went on a diplomatic trip to the Philippines, and it was an invite from the president, and also it was a diplomatic trip. We had all the paperwork. We got it done. The city paid for it
later, years after I spent money on it, but we got all the paperwork done. So I've been invited once again, and it's through the Consul General's office. It's an ambassador's tour, Department of Foreign Affairs, also Department of Tourism, and it's coming up again, and it's next month. So I just want to make sure they sent me all the paperwork. The Consul General sent me all the paperwork, and I want to make sure that it does go through as it did in 2022. And so I don't know. I don't think we have to vote on this, but I do want to make sure that it's in there. And because it's coming up so quickly, we want that taken care of. I do have a request, and again, this is something that staff could look at. I am requesting that, along with myself, that I could get staff to accompany me, one staff that would act as even private security. I mean, I've been to those countries, and when I get there, I do have private security. Usually it's the Philippine National Police. I don't need that. I would prefer to have someone that I know that is with me. So I am requesting that. I don't know if that's something that we can do with staff. And most likely it will be a law enforcement, someone in law enforcement that would be with me. This is a request. I don't
Sure.
know.
Let us look into that, Councilwoman, because there's a couple of things that you've mentioned that I'm not sure, one, what staff member would qualify in that perspective, but could. And so let us look into that, and we can bring that back and advise as
Thank
such.
you.
But as far as your initial request, that shouldn't be an issue. We'll run it through the treasurer's office as we did previous. And so
I'll get it all
as she
there.
adjusts her classes.
Yeah, it's a pretty thick file with everything that we need, and so I'll get that to you since it is coming up just
Okay,
around the
sure.
corner.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor?
That's it, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Let's see, Hilton is first. Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just wanted to wish my daughter a happy birthday. Today is her 14th birthday. So I wanted to do that, and also just wanted to shout out the city manager to the public works director. We've been seeing an uptick in graffiti, and they have been Johnny on the spot, making sure it comes down. So we are incredibly grateful. The residents are grateful for you to make sure that we're getting graffiti off the streets.
And make sure we get it off the freeways, because I drive those freeways and MTA. I did put in a call to the Assemblyman's office and Caltrans to make sure, because between Carson and Sepulveda, they have had a nice little painting day. And I know we have a contract, yes, that will take care of that. Okay. And so we take it down, they put it back. But this one is pretty large.
So I did see actually Caltrans today, Madam Mayor, happened to drive by the 110, and they were getting rid of some of the graffiti, but the area that I think adjacent to the In-N-Out burger there off of
Lots
Carson
and lots
Street
of
and
graffiti.
110.
Just every time they
Keeps
cover it
coming-
up, they
popping back
pops
up,
back
but
up.
Well, they've been
they're out there.
responsive. Our Assemblyman has been very instrumental in getting that down, because I called him on Father's Day. Yes.
Madam Mayor, on the what Councilmember Deere talked about, the firework buyback program. I know that we have the firework tail program. So on this firework buyback program, maybe just as most of the times when they have these gun buyback programs, they give an incentive. So maybe we can figure out we might cut them in half, opposed to instead of giving them $200, we might give them a $100 gift card, a $25 gift card, or something like that to make it more advantageous or to incentivize them turning it back in. So maybe that's something that we can look at. Opposed to, I know that we've already approved one tail hotel gift card. Let's approve, like, turning it in first so we won't have to listen to it.
Don't be interrupting him, Madam City Attorney. He missed the request.
We have the
No,
request.
I was telling your city manager the same thing as the councilman gave the idea. I was like, give a reward for
It was
turning
the city
it in.
attorney's
yeah.
idea, actually.
So
She's
I was
taking
going
credit
like
for
this,
it.
saying, yeah, somebody.
Okay.
No, we'll work with the city
Work with
manager's
the city
office to put
manager.
it in there.
Councilman MPT,
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
you queued up again, dear?
Yes, I think he is.
You
But
queued up again?
I'm queued up, but you said MPT.
Yeah, MPT. I'm just.
Okay, I'll go next.
my question to the staff, I think I talked about it about 2 or 3 months ago regarding, you know what I'm saying, they have no idea, a feasibility study for the city having its own school district.
Oh, we're having a conversation with.
We having that conversation now?
Yes, we want to meet with you.
Because it's time for us to have our own school district.
Love it.
Okay, so the city manager is supposed to be, will be coordinating our calendars. Okay?
It sounds great, Madam Mayor.
Okay. Councilman Deere?
Thank you. To the city manager, regarding these overseas trips by elected officials, as long as it's official, doesn't it fall into the category of our current expense accounts?
Correct.
So it doesn't need any special vote or anything like that. I think the city manager can just approve it if it falls within our budget.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So should be easy. I just wanted clarification
What
of
she
that.
was requesting for someone to travel with her. Which
Oh, yeah,
would-
that's-
It's the additional person that we just have to look into. But
that
the
could-
overall request, yes, it's
Couldn't that
absolutely
be
fine.
also within the budget of the council member? I mean, if she has a council aide or, something like that to go with her.
Yeah, we would
many
have-
times we see elected officials at these conferences and they have staff with them. And we seldom have staff unless you, the city manager, or some of your administrative staff also attend these conferences we do. So, but it is useful at times depending on what the responsibility is. So just wanted a clarification that does fall into that category. It fits into our budget already, so it shouldn't be a problem.
If you had the money in there.
Right.
it shouldn't
It's,
be a
I don't
problem.
believe it's not a budgetary issue. It's something else. So
Okay.
we'll look into it. And we'll
Yeah, and Mr. City Manager, also look into and get back with me because I think my council aide informed you that I was invited to Japan to speak at the university. In Japan, Tokyo.
Tokyo, Japan. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
so same thing. I received a formal invitation to come and speak at the university. They saw my video.
Could I be her staff?
Yes, you can. So,
You
okay.
got drivers right here. The finance department. They want to be
All
drivers.
right. All communications, Councilman Deere, you're up.
I just spoke on what I was going to
Okay,
talk
I'm
about.
all
So other than have a good evening, everyone. We're
Okay.
about to adjourn in a few minutes. Thank you.
Well, before I turn it over to my colleagues on the city council, to the staff and to the residents, and oh wow, did we have a Juneteenth celebration? Oh my God. No, we are going back to Mills Park. It was awesome. It was awesome. The entertainment was awesome. And thank you to all the staff that came out to support it and to my colleagues that came out to support the event. I've received requests, can we have the same entertainment next year? It was this was the best. Right, Madam City Clerk?
I agree. Love the paisley suit of the guy at the end.
Yes, it was just
real nice
It
touch.
was an excellent event, and to the Carson Citizens Cultural Arts Foundation, to Mickey Sanchez, Andrea Rocco, Mike Whitaker, and all the staff, all the part-time staff that put this event together. You just did a phenomenal job, phenomenal. And it was it was almost as large as the Jazz Festival would be, or larger. So we're just excited that it was such a success, and now we're gearing up for our other events that's taking place. Yes.
Madam Mayor, to that point, I think Dr. Lennox wanted to share also important news for tomorrow for a very important press conference. So I'll allow Dr. Lennox to present.
Well, it's not his turn yet. We had a press conference today. You know your mayor. We had a press conference today. And thank you, staff. At 11 o'clock, it was on Channel 7 already. It was on Channel 7. I said, when is it going up? Oh, it'll be up at 11 o'clock. They announced it, and they did an excellent job, the people that saw it. It will be coming on tonight also. And I think Maisha has a clip, but it talked about what we're doing here in the city of Carson, zero tolerance. And I want to thank my colleagues for coming out. I know Dr. Hilton had a previous engagement, but we were all there, and to our city manager for organizing this, and for the Carson Sheriff and the Fire Department. They were out in force of saying that this is a joint venture, it's just not one, and so, and all the residents that came out. So it was a great press conference, and I want to say thank you to Channel 7, but they will be sending a clip, if they have not done so already, of the press conference. ABC Channel 7 was on the scene today. Okay, Dr. Lennox.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
I'm going to come back to staff.
I want to just remind the council of tomorrow morning, there will be another press conference to do a grand opening of the long-awaited basement renovations featuring our brand new state-of-the-art Emergency Operations Center. So on the screen, you see the details. It is at 10 a.m. We hope everyone can make it. There will be a brief ceremony and then tours of the facility, which not only house the EOC, but also house our IT department, as well as the public safety team. It's completely gutted and redone. It's quite impressive, so I'm hoping everyone can come. And another new addition to the city, if I can invite up to the podium so you guys can be introduced, is Caitlin Sanchez, who's our public safety manager. The position had been vacant for quite some time since we promoted Nora Garcia to the director position, who's currently out on maternity leave. And Caitlin joins us from the city of Lakewood, where she was a public emergency services manager there. So you know us, we like to steal quality employees from other agencies and keep them. So
keep it up. Hi, Caitlin.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Mayor and honorable members of Carson City Council. It is such a pleasure to be joining you tonight for my first City Council meeting, and an honor to have been selected to fill this position. I look forward to working with everyone here and getting to know everyone a little bit better, but I just want to briefly share that I am very passionate about local government, especially public safety, and it is an incredible honor to work in a community that loves public safety, loves its residents. I already feel like I'm fitting in here, and I really look forward to our bright future that we have. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Councilman Hicks? MPG Hicks? Yes.
I had a couple. First, I just want to say to all the fathers and the father figures who came out to my annual ice cream giveaway, thank you for coming out. It was very overwhelming, as so many people came out early. Was surprised. They're waiting to open the door. So a lot of the kids came out and got their ice cream, and I want to do a kudos to Ken's Ice Cream for allowing us to use their facility again. This is our 5th year at Ken's Ice Cream. Outstanding, outstanding. And I just want to give kudos to the Juneteenth committee that put it on at Anderson Park. As my colleague talks about the Mighty D, this is the Mighty D3. The Mighty D3 had the Juneteenth celebration, and it was off the chain. And to the mayor, to the Carson's Citizens Culture Arts Count Foundation, to the staff here, you guys did an outstanding job. You did not know you were at Anderson Park for a minute because we moved the stage a different location from the Jazz Festival. So we made it kind of shake it up a little bit. But again, it was an outstanding event. In addition to the Philippine Independence Day celebration, my God, world-class performers, Arlene, outstanding, to the Philippine Foundation, the volunteers. That was a lot of people out there. A lot of people, very well received. And the two big events that we recently had, we did not have any incidents at them. No incidents at all. So residents, you can come out to our events and don't be worried about having anything happen. We are safe. We are family. We get along. We may fight sometime, but we still get along. You know, that's how most families do anyway. And then finally, I just want to say to my grandson, happy birthday to him. He turns 8. I can't believe I have an 8-year-old grandson. I didn't think I was that old, but I see it's working. And that be safe. The holidays is coming, the 4th of July. Remember, all fireworks are not allowed in the city of Carson, and just be safe. And that's concluding.
Councilwoman.
Yes. I missed everything. So, yes, I heard that Juneteenth was great. But yes, I missed it. I was on the front lines. I had to be out there. I was sweating and highest paid pizza delivery person out there. I delivered pizza and water to our frontliners, but yes, had to work. So I want to thank Madam Mayor and also Councilman Hilton for covering for me. I missed all the graduations. I think I made 2 out of the 6 that I was supposed to be at. So I want to thank my colleagues for backing me up there. And yes, thank you. The Philippine Independence Day was a success. It was great. And the community, especially the community in the city of Carson, our headliner was one of their favorites that's been there forever. But my council didn't see me sing a duet with our headliner. But I was able to do that, so that was really something. So I want to thank staff for the great work that they did putting these events together. We really do have a great group of workers out there, Parks and Rec. So thank you, everybody. And today is my first day off from working 8 days straight, but then I got to go back again tomorrow and start over. So everybody, please stay safe. Stay out of the city of LA.
And to my residents, remember, fireworks are illegal, safe, sane, illegal. They're not allowed in the city of Carson, and you will be fined $2,000 to $5,000. And we want to make sure our pets are not running around scared to death. And we're asking that everyone supports us in this endeavor. You will be able to receive up to $500 if someone is cited. You just can't call and say, oh, there's fireworks. That person has to be cited. Because if not, we're going to have everyone calling in. The person that you identify has to be cited. And I want to thank our sheriff department for increasing the sheriff that's going to be assigned. And then we do have a number that's going to be made available, Mr. City Manager, soon, where you can call. Right now you call the Carson Sheriff Station, and I think on the banner it says the public safety. So there will be a number where you can call and report, and your calls will be responded to. And hopefully, we've been seeing that some illegal fireworks that have been staged, but we're going to do what we have to do. So I want to thank the staff, the educational campaign, the PIO office, and our aides for working to get the message out. But you will receive a $250 to $500 reward if the person you identify is cited. That person has to be cited. That's the key. And I want to say to the councilwoman, thank you. The Filipino Independence Day celebration was great. The Filipino Independence Foundation did an outstanding job. And thank you. And without any more comments, I will say.
Madam Mayor, I
yes.
do have a question on something you just said.
Yes.
Okay, at the press conference, you outlined that the fines are not the fines on this flyer
Those are
Is
fines.
there another flyer available?
Yeah, this is just for fines, but this is for illegal fireworks. If you're caught with the illegal.
Illegal by state statute.
That's
So-
what that flyer is for.
But is there another flyer for the, because we want to be accurate.
Okay, that one is for fines, the other one's for reward. So there's two.
But I thought you said the fines for safe and sane discharge is like $250 and.
If they're
so forth.
cited, they must be cited.
Okay, so what are the fines for them?
$250 to $500.
Okay. So it's just like this, only different amounts.
Different amount.
Okay.
Different amount. But this is the reward. If you report, say you call and say the mayor has fireworks, the sheriff is going to come out and cite me. Then you get $250. If you say the mayor has fireworks and I'm not cited, you don't get anything.
Oh, that makes sense, sure.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
I was just going to say this Thursday is Juneteenth, and the city will be closed.
Yes.
So we celebrate.
Thank you, staff, and to all, good night. Is there another flyer though, really, to spin up that says, there's one that has the fines on it, isn't it?